Hi and welcome to the video. I'm Dame and this is Dame Over, and today's video sees us doing something that you guys have been asking for quite a long time, but I've just never actually got around to doing it, and we're going to take a look at my settings. So if you find this video useful or entertaining, make sure you've hit the like button before you go, and if you're new around here and want to keep up to date with the rest of my content, then make sure you've hit the subscribe button too. So let's jump straight to it and we'll have a look at the options. And here we go. We'll start with the controls. So the basic stuff. I have almost everything default. This is something I should tell you at the beginning. Almost everything is default, and I'll go through the things that I know for sure that I've changed. So here we go. Soldier stick sensitivity and vehicle stick sensitivity and the soldier zoom are the only things that I've changed. So I've got 35% on both of those, obviously, and 85% on the soldier zoom. I used to have it much higher, but I think through lack of practice, really, I'm not able to use it to its full advantage, and I'd rather go a bit slower and be more accurate than be flinging my gun around the screen and not actually hitting the target. So control scheme, there's one thing that I have changed here with the soldier and gunner buttons. I've changed the melee and crouch buttons around. So melee for me is B, and crouching and sliding is using the right stick. So the reason that I've done that, this is a throwback to Destiny 1 with the control scheme. I believe it was called Puppeteer. Someone will be able to confirm that for me, I'm sure, where you can change it to do exactly the same thing, because sliding around corners was a really big deal in that, and in this game as well, when you're using close quarters weapons, it is very important. The reason that you've got it on the right stick is so you can aim at the same time as you slide. Seems really obvious to say, but it does make using a melee attack a little bit difficult because you can't aim as you're doing it, but I'd rather be able to aim my gun as I slide rather than using a knife. So advanced settings, I believe I have everything default in there, apart from stick aiming acceleration, which I think as standard goes at 100%, but if you move it all the way down to 0%, if you move to any extreme with the right stick on your controller, it means you're going at exactly the same speed and there is no acceleration. I made a video on this quite a while ago about how to improve your aim, and it was literally by changing the stick aiming acceleration, which can be a real pain. Gameplay, I like to, this is all again mostly as standard, but I like to have the chat log. They obviously added in the visibility, so you can have transparency for the chat log and kill logs. I've got them all the way up, so it's just clearer to see on the screen. The kill log in particular is very useful because you can see what weapons people have been killed by. So if you keep track of your teammates that are nearby you, you can work out if someone's going to be sniping you if you run down a certain corridor, or if someone's just about to run up on you with a shotgun, etc, etc. It's just about having more information in game, which means you'll be able to act accordingly. So the minimap, my minimap size is 130%. I have an enlarged minimap, 30% larger than most of you guys, I imagine. Right. Oh, I couldn't help it, sorry. I've got that again for more information because it's easier to see. You can see further, so you can therefore decide on different approaches into objectives, especially on something like Conquest. When you're moving into those larger objectives, you can make a far more informed decision if people have been spotted, because you can see them from further away using the minimap. World icons I've left completely alone, and for my advanced settings I again have left it completely alone, so that's all as default. We'll go into audio. What I've done here is turn the music volume off completely. Now I did this a really long time ago for two reasons. One, because it's easier to hear the audio cues in game, people running around, footsteps, firing their weapons, etc, etc, and because using it in videos makes it very difficult. But anyway, it gets rid of the distraction of having loud music playing, and you can concentrate on using your headset if you've got one to help you work out where the enemy are. So the master volume I've got is at 92%, but I also again use a headset, so I have a separate controller for that and I can adjust the volumes there as well. If you don't have a headset, then by the time Battlefield 5 comes out, I would definitely recommend investing in one because it makes a huge difference to the quality of your game. Now onto the video settings. I'm pretty sure I've left the brightness at a default setting. So anyway, it's at 50%. The lighting issues in Battlefield 1 obviously are still pretty prevalent, and I think and hope that they're going to be solved by Battlefield 5. The particular issue I'm talking about is from being inside a building and looking out into somewhere bright where you literally can't see. It's like you're just looking into the sun and bathing your eyes in acid. It's absolutely horrible. But hopefully that gets sorted at some point. Field of view is something that people have advised me to change in the past, and having the widest field of view makes it much easier, obviously, to see around you because you have a wider periphery. I don't like it, to be perfectly honest, because it makes it look like I'm looking through a fishbowl. It changes the perspective a little too much and makes it very difficult for me to zero in on a target. But that's just me personally. For some people, it works really, really well. And for you, it might as well. So if I was you, I would try it to see where you can get to with it. And maybe if you change it by some degrees, it will help improve your game. I have 0 custom controller mappings, as you can see from here, and that is all of my settings basically. So if you guys haven't tried out using the right stick for the crouch and slide mechanics, then I would definitely recommend trying it now before Battlefield 5 drops, because using those close range weapons like shotguns, the Annihilator, Automatico, etc, it makes your life so much easier when you're trying to catch someone off guard by sliding around a corner. But yeah, that's basically it for all of my settings, and a quick thank you to those of you guys that are helping to support the channel through Patreon. It's because of you guys that I'm able to put content out as often as I do, and hopefully with a bit more support in the near future, I'll be able to start doing this full time. I've got one more patron to welcome this week to the fold, and that is Gunship. Thank you so much for your pledge, dude. It really does help. Every single dollar makes a huge difference, and I really do appreciate it, so thank you. So if you had a good time, make sure you've hit the like button. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button too. Make sure you've hit the bell button so you get notifications and don't miss out on any future posts. As always, share this video with whoever and wherever you like. And until next time, that's Dame over. Peace.